Okay, so let's talk about trading card scalping because it has gotten insanely bad, especially out here in Central Texas. To some degree, there have always been scalping issues, which were only intensified by COVID when everybody was out of work and people were looking for quick ways to make a buck. We've all seen the videos of people fighting in Target. Unfortunately, that has had a lasting effect to the point where scalping or reselling has become a main source of income for people who should really go and get an actual job. But for sure, something has changed in the past year, and there are many factors responsible outside of COVID. I remember last year you could walk into a Target or Walmart on any given day, come across a random restock, walk away with some Pokemon cards, football cards, whatever it is you collect, and nobody bothered you. Then at the beginning of this year, walking into a random restock felt like walking into the middle of a turf war between Hispanic kids with like the bowl cuts and overweight middle-aged white guys with eBay accounts. A few weeks ago, I happened into a restock at Target while buying some snacks for my kids. I stood in line for a few minutes, but when they said it would take them a few hours to finish, I thought, okay, I'll come back later. I came back later and the line wrapped almost through the entire store, like all the way around. And it's especially bad out here in Waco, and I'm not sure what it looks like in the rest of the country. I'd be curious, but what is happening out here now is that all the local collectible stores that keep popping up are sending teams of people out to hunt for product at retail stores to bring back to their store for the purpose of reselling at higher prices. So in this line, I see several employees from stores around town, right? Then there's some sort of trading card racket happening at Baylor because the guy in front of me, who is a student at Baylor, kept making phone calls to let his buddies know that there was a restock happening. So all of them kept showing up. Then the Baylor coaching staff showed up. Suddenly, the line was full of people who clearly don't collect cards because they all had their phones out and were discussing eBay and price charting values of Pokemon and One Piece. It was quite a sight to say the least. The best part about it, though, is that all of these groups were trying to convince the others that they were not scalpers. Yeah, okay. So, what has caused this massive spike in scalping or again reselling trading cards? Well, word of mouth definitely has some momentum. A big problem is the trading card grading system. In most markets, the rise and fall of product value is usually like it's somewhat predictable. But with graded trading cards, none of it's predictable. None of it makes any sense whatsoever. Like, what justifies a raw card being valued at $10, getting a PSA 10 and suddenly being valued at 3 or 4